Samsung and Google team up to release the Galaxy Nexus ice cream sandwich smartphone. Motorola finally pulls back the RAZR, and our thoughts on what ice cream sandwich means to Android. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everyone, I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow.com and welcome to Android Revolution, the show where we go through what's hot and what's not inside the world of Google's Android project. This week everything's hot, so let's begin. After quite a long wait, Samsung and Google finally teamed up to bring us their Unpacked event where we finally got the Galaxy Nexus ice cream sandwich smartphone. Let's begin talking about the Galaxy Nexus because it truly is a game changer. First of all, it brings the best of the best Android experience out there. A huge spec 4.65 HD 720p display, first time sensors we've ever heard before, like for example a barometer for pressure altitude. Beautiful design, and the cake topping obviously is Android 4.0 on the first smartphone. Make sure you hit our website for full specs because there's a lot to talk about. And well, so far the Galaxy Nexus is planned to be released on November at the beginning, though carriers were not mentioned just yet. The initial price apparently will be $680 unlocked, and well, we'll see what carriers bring eventually. With so many dramatic improvements, carriers will definitely flock for the smartphone, so if you're waiting to buy a smartphone this fall, hey, wait and see because this is probably the hottest smartphone of the year. And what about Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich? I'll tell you this much. Google made their best move in hiring Matias Duarte from WebOS because he's brought the elegance and good taste that Android needed years ago. Ice cream sandwich looks clean, it looks elegant, it looks smart, it looks intuitive. It's a whole paradigm shift to what you were used to seeing in Android in the past, and a lot of these really good changes needed to happen. The amount of enhancements bring a huge new UI. Better services like for example Android beaming, the facial detection for unlocking, and the phone really brings some smart text-to-speech for typing. It's incredible video capturing, etc., etc., etc. The list is really long, so I'd rather you read Joe Levi's recent article on everything that ice cream sandwich brings to the table because it's an OS that compiles the best things from Windows Phone 7 and the elegance of iOS, so it's pretty much the combination that everybody was out there to get. This is a true game changer, and hey, you can bet my money we'll be waiting for this Galaxy Nexus whenever it gets released. You guys never see me that excited over a smartphone, so this is just to give you an idea of how much our expectations have been lifted with ice cream sandwich. Motorola also came out to help us remember the good old phone days with their release of the new Motorola Droid RAZR. Just like back in the day with the V3, this is the new Motorola flagship. It's almost the thinnest smartphone in the world except when you hold it from the thickest point. And well, it's got really gorgeous specs. First of all, it's got a Super AMOLED display, steel internals for durability, and it's got this Kevlar back. The device is no slouch when it comes to processing or storage, and we're really sadly overwhelmed with the fact that, well, it's not a world phone so far, but it will have some GSM variants soon. Sadly, it's costing $300 after a 2-year contract, so make sure you think about it and the Galaxy Nexus, see what's best on your lineup. Brandon went to the event and he got some really good video on what to expect for the smartphone. So far, we've got some really good smartphones coming with this Droid RAZR. It's even getting ice cream sandwich as of next year, so stay tuned. Out of our coverage this week, make sure you hit Brandon's recent article and video on how to get ice cream sandwich's emulator running on your computer. Joe later goes deep and brings us all details on what ice cream sandwich is, and also he brings an article on what to expect of the barometer, hopefully from applications. He later gives us his own opinion on what's missing on Android 4.0 on the announcement, and well, so far things are cool, but not everything's obviously perfect. Anton later shows us how to get ice cream sandwich's wallpaper on our current Android devices, and later Steve also goes back to show us how to get the Roboto font on our current Android smartphones. Aside from that, well, you've already met Sassy Bob and her already really great coverage on the HTC Rime, so make sure you hit her recent video when she goes out on the road to ask people if the HTC Rime is really a girl phone or not. Watch it to find out. And well, Dickie Adams is also currently reviewing the HTC Flyer from T-Mobile, so all really good videos and content on our website, so make sure you hit it up. Going through other smartphone releases, AT&T has just made their Motorola Atrix 2 available for sale. It brings really great specs at an unbelievable price of $100 after a 2-year contract, so make sure you hit it up because it's really got great specs. Aside from that, Sprint has also introduced their HTC Evo Design 4G World phone, which we leaked recently. Again, really great specs at an $100 price tag. Really interesting. And well, T-Mobile and LG have also announced their double play dual touchscreen smartphone, which brings these really mid-range specs, not really compelling, and well, it's got this weird design with an open keyboard and an extra screen. Not sure it's appealing for everybody, but hey, there are people that like these kinds of things, though it's not available for all geeks just yet. Anyways, that's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jaime Rivera. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.